Westside.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your girl Erin for Up on the Rise. I'm here with 7vencity. What's going on, 7vencity?
Ain't too much for real. Just getting ready for my day. Glad to be here with y'all. Do this interview, my first magazine interview.
Well, you got the rain in the background, but we're going to make it rock anyway. So let's give them a little intro. How did you get started?
I actually started off producing back in like '04 with a program. I started with Fruit Loops and I switched over to Logic, and I started sampling. And I always tell my mom, like, it started with Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye started it off because she had like the Marvin Gaye collection, and I just sampled every song on there.
Okay, so about what age would you have said it really clicked for you?
'04 would be, I was how old was I? Was it 16?
So about 16 is when you got started. All right. So what inspires you? Who inspired you?
Well, I'm kind of like, my family is big on music. Like, if you go to my house now, you'll see records for days, you know what I'm saying? So that is the initial inspiration. I think, honestly, I was always like big on like hands-on computer type shit. So I don't know, something about when I first started making beats, like I just fell in love with it, the samples, speeding them up, adding drums to it, and then I had like a clique called, I called it Child for Production because my name has 3 A's in it, so I called it TAP, and then we had like a little clique, and we came up with a little project. It never dropped though, but you know what I'm saying, that's kind of like the initial inspiration. But I mean, I'm just inspired by I love music, you know what I'm saying, like the feeling that I get when I'm making a good track, or I'm writing a good song, or when I'm promoting a good show, you know what I'm saying, so it don't even really matter.
All right, Seven. Your name is distinct. It's 7vencity. How did you come up with that?
It actually came to me back like 2-3 years ago when it was like my first rap that I wrote that I was actually serious about. Started off 7 cities in 7 days, 7 are my selfish ways, and from that point on, 7vencity would just keep coming to my mind, kept coming to my mind. So I actually wrote it out how I spelled it, or how I spell it, and I fell in love with the actual look of it. Originally it was just, I look at, like, I want to make Baltimore a staple city, a major music market, you know what I'm saying? So I look at 6 other cities, Philly, New York, LA, Detroit, Chicago, Miami, Atlanta. Actually, I think I said too many. But it's 6 other cities, and making Baltimore the 7th city in that same plateau, you know what I'm saying, to the point where you can kind of come through Baltimore and it's a lot of traffic, it's a lot of magazines, it's a lot of artists that's actually popping, it's a lot of fashion bloggers, fashion stylists, music moguls, you know what I'm saying? So that's actually my overall goal, to build up a nation in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? Like, but now it's kind of came to my vengeance with Baltimore, like, that was years ago. Now it's kind of like the motivation to really make it in Baltimore, because it's a hard city, and that's why it's called Through the Wire, you know what I'm saying? So I like to call myself the Lord of the New Age, so this is what makes it unique. I produce, I songwrite, you know what I'm saying? You'll hear a song with a singer on my joint, you feel me? And I actually wrote the song. I might have a singer sing it for me, but I actually wrote the actual singing part. I'm well versed in marketing, promotion, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I think just that drive, that hustle makes my music a lot more unique than a lot of artists, you know?
Okay. So that's big words, and Voice of Baltimore. So what does the Voice of Baltimore got coming out? Projects that we need to be looking out for?
Well, before I even talk about a project, I want to talk about Spring Jam. We're coming up on the 3rd year of Spring Jam, which really would explain the Voice of Baltimore, which is kind of like my biggest, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, I guess project as far as being the Voice of Baltimore. It's the 3rd annual year. I know a lot of people heard about Spring Jam last year. It was featuring King Los. It was called Return of the King. So we coming up on the 3rd annual year. I hear that you had to do something 3 times for it to be annual, so I'm excited for that. I'm going to be dropping this week an anthology called Through the Wire, which kind of explains the stuff we're talking about. Like I said, Kanye West, Through the Wire, that inspired me, and that his whole story was basically to come up through the struggle, you know what I'm saying? And we from the city known for the wire, you know what I'm saying? So I look at it as Through the Wire, like actually coming up through Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? So that's an anthology to get you familiar, and then I'll be dropping, I'm actually 2 projects ahead of myself right now, so I don't want to give any dates and get people excited, but it'll be a lot of projects dropping within the next 3 or 4 months. So yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. It's 7City. Make sure you go out, keep a lookout for him. He's putting his stuff out. He'll be at the 3rd annual Spring Jam, right?
Yeah, that's next year.
So next year coming up, just keep a lookout for him. You can get his music where?
Actually, I just launched the site. It's successbreedby7.com. And also, I want to say, too, I'm actually going to be leaving for tour on the 23rd. It's a 5-6 city promo tour, so that's big for me, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of one of the biggest things I got coming up. So I want everybody to pay attention. It's going to be a show in Baltimore, so if you can make it, that definitely gets you a front class seat to the dopeness.
Well, you said it's a fun class seat to the dopeness. Well, it's your girl E, 7City. URN on the rise. Let's go.